Hi, this is Joseph Tan from goodmonday.com. Today, before we talk about how to deal with gossip, let's have a working definition of what gossip is. Gossip is sharing detrimental information with those who are not part of the problem or part of the solution. So gossip is spreading stories and even sometimes telling information that is true, but is the audience of the information that is in question here. You are telling it to people who are not part of the problem nor part of the solution, and they really can do nothing about it. Why then do people still like to gossip? Well, there are two reasons. One is they are actually looking for supporters. They are trying to build, someone who is gossiping is trying to build a base of supporter that will support their cause, that will support their fight, and that will support their area of focus. The other reason is a more practical one. They are looking for a scapegoat or a few scapegoats. And the reason is this, they are also they could be part of the blame, they could be part of the problem, but they are looking for ways to blame others. They are looking for a way to deflect the situation so that they don't end up looking so bad. So there are primarily two reasons why people gossip. Either they are looking for supporters or they are looking for scapegoats. So what happens when someone gossips about you? Someone talk bad about you, especially behind your back. Well, when someone actually does that, usually we have one of two reaction. Number one is we could either confront and we come face to face with the one who is gossiping, or number two, we could concede and we keep quiet about it, hoping that the gossip would go away or die down with time. I'd like to share with you an alternative. Instead of confronting or conceding, the better alternative that I'd like to propose to you in dealing with gossip is to connect. What do you actually say to a person who is talking behind your back? Well, the answer is to approach him with the following statement, saying that I always wanted to give a good report about you, and I actually want to have a good impression about you. But obviously, there is something that is happening here that I do not understand. Perhaps you could help me to understand why this is happening so that I could give a good report about you and not having to believe some of the negative complaints or impression that I'm getting. Is there anything that is stopping me from having a good impression about you? Why is this approach important? Because you are coming to him not to condemn or to judge. Because the thing that turns off a conversation immediately is when you come as a judge and jump to conclusion by saying that you actually want to have a positive impression of him, but there is something that is stopping you from having a positive impression on him. You are coming to the situation as a learner and not a judge. You actually want to learn more. And having such an open perspective invites connection and communication rather than a widening gap of judgment and pushing the person further away. If you sense that the offense is directed to you in a personal way, it is due to something that you have personally done, then you might want to say, is there something that I have done? What is it specifically that I have done that is causing you to react or to respond to me in such a way? Then you listen. There could be hurt and offenses that could have happened that you are not aware of. And in such a case, you may need to ask for forgiveness and clear the air, because there are perhaps a lot of things hidden in this other person's heart that you are not aware of. And since there is no opportunity for connection, he may spread it through gossips. But if you were to approach him to connect and to listen to his hurts, and some of them could be quite personal, this will stop gossiping right in its tracks. So in summary, let's go through again the three steps in dealing with gossip. The first step is the hardest one. The first step is to believe, in the good intentions of the other party, is to believe that the other party is actually worthy of a positive report, and you approach the other person not to confront but to connect and say that, hey, I actually want to believe the best in you. I actually feel that that you can do better, or I want to give a good report about you, but there is something that is stopping me from giving a good report about you, and I want to find out why. Step number 2 is to be humble, because guess what? Some of the gossips could be due to hurt and offenses that may have originated from you. Be humble to listen to those hurt and offenses, even if it's just 10% or 5% of the conflict. But own up to what belongs to you and be humble, and perhaps even to ask for forgiveness. That would really help to clear the air and stop the gossip from becoming cancerous. Finally, learn to speak directly with the person himself. Do not involve people who are not a part of the problem nor a part of the solution. The more unnecessary people you involve in the situation, tempting as it may be, only causes the gossip to become more slanderous. Minimize the number of people involved. If at all possible, just keep it between you and the other person. So, that's the 3 steps in dealing with gossip. Difficult, but yet needful. This is Joseph Tan here from goodmonday.com. Thank you.